Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Uriah from Expert Music, and today I'm just going to show you how to create your own professional template using Cubase. Now, if you can see on your screen, this is how our end product is going to look like. We are going to have our drum folder over here. The moment we open this folder, we can see that there is a lot of things in the folder. This is our drum folder over here, and we have our percussion folder as well. To keep our work very organized, we had to create folders for them. So this is our drum folder, this is our percussion folder, this is our keyboard folder, and also this is our horns folder. We've got a flugelhorn over there, the trumpet, the trombone. If you are more of an orchestral kind of producer or something like that, you are going to have a lot of things going on in your template. So I've made this template very, very simple, and it's like a general purpose kind of template for every producer. So if you are doing orchestra or whatever it is, if you think you don't need these horns and all that, you can just go ahead and just remove selected track, and automatically you are going to get rid of the horns and the other stuff in there. Yes. So we've got our bass, and then we have our guitar folder. We've got the rhythm 1, rhythm 2, rhythm 3, wow, a solo guitars in your drive. That is the overdrive, and we have our bass guitar over here, bass 1, bass 2. And for the bass, they are all MIDI files anyway, but you can add audio tracks to it as well. So you have your own audio tracks for your bass guitar. And also we can do same to the other instrument. Let's assume that you are playing a live horn session, and probably you're not playing a MIDI kind of horns, and you really want to get your live horns in this folder. So you just have to add your audio track over here and just move them into this folder. Without wasting much time, let's get straight into how to create the templates. You go to new projects, make sure you select create empty, and the moment you click on create empty, you're going to have something like this on your screen. Now, if you can see from our projects, I just want us to follow this sequence, the sequence we have over here. This is our drums. So probably we are going to start with our drums. So what we will do is we are just going to create our drum folder first. To create the folder is very, very simple. You right click the section and then go on add folder track. Now we have to name this folder as our drums. Our drums folder. So you can say drums folder. So that you really get the whole thing. Now we can do more instance of it and even change the name, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it like this and just go on add track. And you can see we have our drum folder over here. Now the next thing is to create our drum tracks. So let's assume that we want our kick, we want our snare, we want hi-hats, we want all those kind of stuff. You just go on add and go on add MIDI and just name it as your kick. And then we should have it over here. Now to move this kick into this folder, we'd have to just click on the kick, drag it, and make sure this arrow sign shows. The moment you see this arrow sign showing, just release it into that folder, that is the drums folder, and automatically when we close this, we collapse this, you can see that our drums folder is there. Now you can see that the kick we just created, but the moment we expand it, we are able to see our kick over here. Someone may ask that, okay, my kick is an audio track. It's the same thing. You can just go on add audio track and just probably say, okay, this is your kick, and probably your input is going to be your first input or your voice input. I've got my setup over here. So probably I'm going to choose this mono input for my kick. The configuration is stereo, and the output is also going through the stereo bus. And then I'm going to name it my audio kick, or let's say my live kick. You just hit on add, and automatically you should have your live kick over here. Now remember, we created a kick under this kick, so automatically it falls in the folder, in the drums folder. If we had created it above the drum folder over here, you can see that the moment we collapse this drum folder, the live kick still stands, so we have to make sure that the live kick is always inside this drum folder because it falls under drum. So I'm just creating an audio track and also a MIDI track. So it's the same process you are going to repeat for all the other instruments over here. You have to repeat the same process for all the other instruments. Yes, this is our drum folder, and as you can see from the sort over here, this section, you can see we have our drum folder over here, we have percussion folder, so it depends on yourself. Whatever you want to do, you just go and arrange everything in that sequence. It's very, very important to get things done this way. Now I can't do everything, repeat the whole process, so what I'm going to do is just continue from this section. Now there are other cool things also you can do to the template. Let's assume that you want to have some effects track for our template. So let's go back to our old project. We want to create an effects track for our kick. Probably we want to give it a bit of reverb, kind of thing. So what you do is you just go on add, you click here and go, you right click, just go on add effects track, and then make sure that you create it outside the folder. So let's assume this is our effects track. We want it as our reverb, or probably our drum reverb. You just write drum reverb over here and then just add it. Now you have the option to select the type of reverb you want. So, but for demonstration's sake, I like to keep it to the reference over here, what I have over here, and then my configuration is also stereo. The audio output is stereo as well, and then I'm creating it outside the folder so that I'll have it over here. So you just go on add track, and we should get our reference over here. So this is our reference, and that is the effects track we just created. This is our effects track. As you can see, we created it under the drum folder, so automatically it has fallen under the drum folder. So if you want to get your effects for only the drums, this effects can apply only to the drums, and it's the same process. We can do the same for our delay. Let's say in this case, probably we don't want a delay. Let's say we want to create a group track for our drums. I just created a kick because I can't repeat the whole thing. So we want to create a group track for our drums, as in the kick, the MIDI kick, and the live kick. So it's very simple to do that. What you have to do is you just go on group, or in other DAW they call it the bass, the bass. So we are creating a bass or a group track. It's the same thing. In Cubase it is called a group track, and in Studio One, Ableton, and the other stuff, they call it the bass track. Okay, so we just add a group track over here. Right click and then add a group track. You right click and add a group track, and name the group track probably your, let's say, drums group, or drums bass, to make things very simple. Let's do it drum bass. Yes, just go and add, and you should have your drum bass over here. This is our drum bass. I selected this section, so I just want to move it down here. So we know this is our effects, and this is our drum bass. So we have the option to move this bass into this drum folder, but I wouldn't move it into the folder because I would like all my basses to be on one section of the whole mixer board. So probably if I go on the mixer board like this, if I go here, I should have my bass coming to the latter side of the mix. So I just want to have my basses and everything at the right section of the mixer board so that I don't have to go back and forth with it. Yes. So if we want to route this kick to the bass, the only thing we have to do is to just open the kick. This is a MIDI kick, so probably we'll be doing it in the VST instrument. But if we want to do the live kick over here, you just go on you can go on E, or probably you open this section of the inspector section of Cubase, and then you can choose the output over here as your drum group, or you have another option of clicking on the E button and also selecting the output over here. So I've already done it over here. That's why you're seeing it as drum bass over here. So this is where you select your bass, as in you route the output of the channel. So this is my channel, this is my live kick channel, and I'm routing it to the drum bass, which is this very bass over here. So I have full control over the whole drum bass. Yes, you may also ask that, what about MIDI instrument? Okay, this is a MIDI instrument, and the point is we'll be playing it through a virtual instrument. Probably you are using Groove Agent or whatever it is. So the output of Groove Agent is what will be coming straight into this. Let me just demonstrate this. So let's say I have Groove Agent over here. Let's say I have Groove Agent. Let's just look for Groove Agent. So let's assume that this is the Groove Agent, and that's what we are going to use for our drums for them. So I'm just putting it up here so that we have Groove Agent here, and we are going to play our MIDI through Groove Agent. So we select Groove Agent over here as main, and we should have our MIDI, working as in playing through Groove Agent. I've not selected any instrument yet, so probably I have to choose one of the instruments. You click on the edit channel section over here. It's the same thing, you have it over here as well. On the track, you can just click on the E button here and just go on this output section and make sure you choose drum bass. At the moment, it is on stereo out because the default is routed to the stereo out. I hope you understand. This is not a kind of beginner tutorial kind of thing. It's a little bit of intermediate and advanced kind of, I'm just showing you how to create your template. So I'm assuming that you already know all this kind of stuff. Yes. So let me go into it. So let's say the default is on stereo out. So you just have to make sure that you choose your drum group over here. And the moment I select drum group over here, automatically this Groove Agent is playing through my drum group, that is my drum bass, before going through the main output, which is this output over here. So it's the same process. And if you want to apply, let's say probably effects on this Groove Agent, probably you want some reverb or something like that, just go on the effects end, and then you can choose your drum reverb we created earlier on, and you should get it working. You just have to select it and then put it on over here. This is the activation and deactivation section. So you deactivate it this way, and then you activate it here. You can choose the amount of reverb you want to apply on the drum mix. It can be done for your EQs, for your synth, and all those kind of stuff. So I'm just showing you the way. So let's assume that we finish, routing everything, and we are through with it. So let's say this is our final project. We have our drums folder over here. We have our percussion folder. All this kind of stuff you have to do it yourself. And also I've got a link to this particular file. I'm giving it out for free. I'm going to break everything down as in what you'll be getting in this template. This template is for free. I'm just going to put a link in the description section, so you can just click on it, and download this template for free. Just use it for whatever you want to use it for. Yeah, so let's say when I go on the mixer section of this template, you can see that I have my drum bass over here. I've got another drum bass main. I've got percussion bass, rhythm guitar bass. You can route everything as in the way you want and how you want things to work. I've got my lead vocals, my backing vocals, and on all vocals. Probably if I want to put some compressor on all the vocals, I can just apply the compressor over here. Apply the compressor here, and then make sure that I direct this output. It's already done. I've done everything already. I've channeled all the lead vocals, everything to all vocals output. So if you want to hear only the vocals with the backups and everything, you just have to solo the all vocals, and you should hear your lead vocals and your backing vocals. It's very, very simple. And you have your keyboards. If you want the keyboard bass and keyboard bass main, I've got it over here. There's the first keyboard and the second keyboard bass. So this is going through this. You can see that we have our main output here. That is the keyboard main. And the keyboard main is also going through the main output over here. So it's the same process I've done for most of the things. If you go to the guitar section as well, you see that the lead guitar is going through the guitar main bass, and then we have our percussion, going for the percussion is going through the stereo out. You can just trace everything here by just going on the edit channel section and watching the output. The output of the channel. Yes, you also have other options as in to go through all those stuff. Yeah, so I've made everything very simple for you guys. I think you guys will just enjoy it. Now on my delay section, I have my H delay over here. H delay. I just selected waves H delay, you know, just for demonstration sake. It's just for demonstration sake. So I have my H delay over here for the delay section, and I hope you guys, you know, enjoy this template. I wish you the best in your music production career. This is just a short video. I just wanted you guys to have this for free, and please remember to subscribe to my channel. It's very, very important. The moment you subscribe, you encourage me to do more videos like this, you know, and to, you know, research and bring you stuff, you know, as in things you really need. You have got a download link also in the description section. Thanks a lot for watching. Once again, my name is Uriah from Expert Music. Best regards, and see you again.